Tony D and Little Joan with a screenwriter's rant on The Fostered, a horror thriller about two creepy girls in foster care who get adopted and the family that takes them in only to find out maybe they're psychopaths. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books. The links are in the description. Comedy Horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys. Books 1 through 17, available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. So, as we all know, the rule in movies is if you want to kill a character, he's got to be kind of an a-hole so people don't feel bad when he dies. So, the story goes this couple adopts two, I'm guessing, early teen girls, twins, from a foster situation, or maybe they're foster parents themselves and their parents died horribly, maybe seems to be implied in the trailer. They don't really say why. However, the husband immediately doesn't like the girls, thinks they're creepy, eventually calls them out, and kind of a scene that's just like little over the top for me. So I mean, I get it, the kids are weird and creepy maybe, but I just don't see an adult calling this out unless they're a very weak adult who probably shouldn't be adopting kids or being in the foster situation. But they really don't show the girls doing anything in the trailer. Like, you don't see the girls. There's a shot of the mother discovering rat poison, but there's not a shot of the girls, say, dumping the rat poison in something. There's a shot of the girls just uncovering a well, but there's not a shot of them throwing something living down it or anything like that. So, I assume the girls are psychopaths. The trailer doesn't show you one way or another. It just has the foster father, getting very, very antsy and the wife defending the girls. There's nothing in the trailer to suggest they did anything other than get adopted by this couple. So you kind of got to side with the mother, and the father just looks weird and out of place. It's not exactly the look I think you want for this trailer. I mean, it's not going to be a mystery. All right, let's say the girls are not psychopaths. They're normal little girls who are in the foster system. Maybe they've been a little traumatized, and somebody maybe is framing them for terrible acts. Well, maybe it's a supernatural entity. You could throw it to that, but I think if it was a supernatural entity, you'd kind of hint at that. So if it's not a supernatural entity, the only other explanation, it would be either the mother trying to drive the dad crazy in order to get rid of him or divorce him or make him do something, or it's the father. And I don't think the answer is either of those two. So I think the only conclusion is the little girls are crazy and are doing horrible things to make the father angry. But it kind of doesn't make any sense. Like, it seems to be like these are the only four or five characters in the movie: the mom, the dad, and the two twins, and like one other guy. Now they're on a ranch out in the middle of nowhere, but it's kind of a funny shot. Yeah, I don't know. It's not like that other movie where they adopt a girl and it turns out she's really a full-grown woman who looks really tiny and they think she's a little girl. I don't think. I mean, there's two of them in this time. They're not that creepy, actually. I mean, they just don't talk much. They look kind of sad, but they don't strike me as creepy. I guess they're kind of going for a Wednesday Addams look, but they're not wearing the black clothes, so it doesn't quite work. And they can't put them in the black clothes. They're a little too close to Wednesday because that's her hairstyle, the pigtails. I'm not sure what they could have done to make the girls creepier other than maybe make them more pale, but then that would be another step closer to Wednesday. I think you needed to show the girls doing something nefarious or something questionable, or they needed to be on site when somebody got really hurt and just sort of stand there and let the person, shriek in pain or something. I think that would have worked, because then you could have explained that, well, maybe they didn't do it and they are little girls, so the guy shrieking in pain, they're not helping them. Maybe they just can't. Could be the explanation. They're little girls. They've been traumatized from previous incidents, and when something happens, they just kind of stand there not knowing what to do. It doesn't feel like the movie gets that subtle. So first act, they adopt these kids. Second act, the husband almost immediately thinks they're too creepy and weird, and within a couple of days, he's making all sorts of outrageous claims. That's in the trailer. Seems a little early. In a couple of days, things seems like you would give it a chance. And as the wife correctly points out in the trailer, you signed the papers, so you wanted to do this too. I don't know why. Is there some alternative motive for the father to adopt two children? Maybe a tax write-off? Anyhow, weird stuff starts to happen. I assume someone gets hurt or sick, maybe even killed, and then they can't prove it's the girls, but the father sees something that indicates it, but the mother doesn't believe it, and because of the way he acts, and it escalates until somebody's dead. I'm thinking the father dies or gets really hurt, and then the mother's forced to confront him. I mean, a big twist would be that it really was the mother all along. But I don't know. It seems the trailer's not totally on point. Here's the write-up. 13-year-old twin girls are fostered into a home with a dysfunctional couple, and fine people are not always who they seem. Okay. So that would indicate to me that the girls are the heroes in this, and so the horror might be the dad, but it's the way this trailer's cut. It seems to blame it on the girls, but it might be about the dad and his dysfunction. Yeah, I don't think you should make that a mystery, because we should see what the hell this movie's about. Either I'm following creepy weirdos who are 13 and are going to kill a couple and maybe kill the next couple, or the opposite, like these two hero girls get foster parents, but they're bigger psychos than their parents. So yeah, that's a no from me, dog. Anyhow, that's all I got to say, and that's it for me, Tony D. And Joan jingling in the background. Thanks for tuning in tonight. I will be at the Renaissance Fair in Bridgeton, New Jersey's Dragon Shops, where I was today, again from 10 to 5. So come out to that. Today, the weather held off most of the day. It was a little rainy in the morning. Not too bad, just a little drizzle off and on for about 3 or 4 hours. And then it stopped completely. Tomorrow, nothing expected. I hope, because I left some of my stuff down there. I got to go get it either way. So, according to the weather, we got clear skies all day tomorrow, I believe. So, get yourself down to Bridgeton. It's a good time. Oh, no, that's tonight. Yeah, no, it looks all clear tomorrow. It's going to be cloudy, but it'll be clear. So it'll be a little chilly, though, so you might want to do what I didn't do today, which is wear long pants. Possibly bring a jacket, or like a light jacket or something like that. And the Renaissance Fair's got cool stuff, so get down there while it's open. Hope to see you there. We'll see you.